Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Two Roads, One Destination podcast with your host, me, Abdulaziz, and
Arya!
yay!
I know that's the reason why you clicked this video.
Yay!
Right?
Of course,
Please.
of course. It's not me, it's you.
Comments.
It's not me, it's you. Okay, anyways, I'm really sorry that last week we couldn't upload a podcast, but I was feeling under the weather.
Upload the podcast.
I was feeling under the weather and I couldn't upload because I was physically incapable of doing that. But we're here now.
Let's talk that.
Sure. Okay, so what have you been up to, Arya?
Well, daily grind, as most people watching this who have to go to school every day or go to online. But for those who have to go to school IRL, just we know it's hard. Just get through it, get your diploma, get good grades, and you're set for life.
And go to college.
I know it's way easier said than done, but you can do it.
Okay, so what were the highlights? What were the highlights of this week? I mean, there was the debate.
There was the boxing match,
debate.
yes.
Yeah, the verbal boxing match.
Yes.
Which could have turned physical.
It could have.
What else happened this week besides that?
Honestly, it was a fairly boring week, other than this one topic that I'm going to introduce, that we're going to start off this podcast with.
Sure, go ahead.
But other than that, no, not much. But there are some things I just want to talk about generally that don't relate to this week's current events. But this one does, and that is the Prince of Kuwait sadly passed away.
Oh yeah, true.
This
true.
week, and is the reason why you guys got an extra 2 days off. So
yeah, we have 2 days off of school just because.
Do you think those 2 days off were appropriate, or was it too much?
I mean, it is appropriate. What do you mean it's too much? Well, it was technically. It's 3 days.
You would have wanted.
How would I know what he would have wanted? It's a mourning period. What are you talking about?
But does that mean we should cancel everything?
Not everything was cancelled. It's just non-essential.
In country, or like serving the country.
No
Do you
comments.
think 2 days off? Isn't that the amount of days you got for the king's passing, or the sultan's passing?
We got a week off or more because of that, and that was devastating for us.
Yeah.
So
I remember it was about 5 to 6 years ago, and I think it was the Saudi prince died, or Saudi king died, and we got like 1 day off in Oman.
Well, our relationship with Saudi Arabia is not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But despite that, we still got a day off, it was just nice back then. But now I realize was it really necessary?
Arya, what's wrong with you today? Like,
was it necessary?
What's the point of grilling me on a topic like that? I mean, you guys have the weirdest holidays over in Canada.
Do we though?
I mean, you guys have Christmas. You guys get a break for that. No, we don't. We don't do Christmas. Christmas is not a thing. Alright, what about Thanksgiving for you guys?
Yeah. You have Thanksgiving. Oh.
Yeah, and then you have your National Day.
No, it's in July, so it doesn't even matter.
Well, it matters to most people, except for us, because we're school students. We have to go to school. Oh!
But even on Thanksgiving or National Day or anything, the government doesn't cancel the entire day.
Yeah, but they didn't cancel the entire day. They just canceled it for certain things.
I know school is one of them.
Yeah.
Were like restaurants and malls still open?
No, like essential businesses are still open, like banks and stuff. Obviously.
Yeah, that's necessary. That's like saying, "Oh, close the military unless."
Yeah, exactly. We take every Friday off for the military. They don't fight that day. I mean, they probably don't.
I mean, to what extent should we mourn? Like, obviously, it's important. We should
3 days.
Mourn the losses of good people.
It's 3 days.
3 days?
Yes.
Is that necessary?
Yes. It's out of respect.
Why is it necessary? Why not 4 days? Why not 2 days?
Arya, what's wrong with you? Leave it. Change the topic, damn it.
Why? Is it controversial?
Nah, look, it's very boring.
Wow.
Let's talk about the real train wreck inside of a hot mess, inside of just a bloodbath. The presidential debate! Now that was unique.
Now, I was one of the many who watched it live.
And I watched highlights because I don't care. Dude, do you think I give
it was
two?
The most entertaining debate I have ever witnessed. And to many others who are far older than me, they also agree that this is the greatest in terms of entertainment.
I watched 12 minutes of that, and I couldn't stand it. So imagine watching that for 2 hours. I can't imagine it. I mean,
I actually watched it and it felt like 2 minutes, to be honest. It wasn't boring at all.
But watching something live is a different experience.
Getting to the action, he was basically like the referee, but he just couldn't do his job.
Yeah. That's so
and now,
sad.
There won't be another debate at least with Trump in it.
Yeah, that's...
Yes.
So Joe Biden's gonna debate himself?
So if you guys know what's going on, like, let us know, because we don't really know whether Pence is
Trump got the Rona.
Yeah, and the vice president debate is also coming up very, very shortly.
Oh yeah, Kamala Harris versus Mike Pence.
Yeah.
You know, I say it doesn't affect me. I say it doesn't affect me about these debates and stuff, but it does.
Kinda does.
Because you saw what he did to the Middle East last time.
Yeah.
I'm worried about what he does. He sullied relationships. Even though,
I feel like he really needs to win this debate, because I feel like he's planning something.
I mean, I saw the argument by Ben Shapiro, where he said that he's already dug himself in a hole. Why doesn't he just continue? Why don't we just re-elect him to see what he does?
Yeah, why not?
Exactly. At this point, why would you elect Joe Biden? Biden, he's fine, intellectual and whatever, but that's not what the American people need right now.
He copied someone's acceptance speech. He blasted Despacito on one of his
That's not something you can... I mean, they screwed Jeb Bush last time because of that. Because he was so patriotic that he screeched "Yeehaw!" in a debate or a rally or whatever, and then they just kicked him out. Even though Jeb Bush wouldn't be too bad. Well, he's part of the Bush dynasty. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the debate was nasty. It was really aggressive on both parts. I mean, you can't say that Joe Biden's in the right here.
Yeah. Ultimately, it's millions.
Yeah.
Achieve everyone in America.
Okay.
What is there for Trump to do? What are his plans?
I don't know what his plans are. Honestly.
Does he want to ease the tensions between some of his enemies? Does he want to, reinforce the economy? What is there?
Well, we don't know, because all he was doing in that debate was trying to interrupt Joe Biden. He never talked about his own policies.
And honestly, if Trump wanted to win that debate, all he had to do was just let Joe Biden talk.
Dude, I feel like, yeah, you're right, but I feel like Trump was like Jake Paul when he was arguing. It's just one guy's trying to speak and the other guy's like, Walmart, but it's like the same thing. But Trump is like, China.
I feel like the arguments weren't very strong either. They didn't even have really any arguments. All they said was, "Oh, this guy is not good. He has done nothing. I am good. I have done things." They didn't really meant why or how.
It's very dumb, personally speaking.
It's very, very general.
I mean, there's actually like a phrase for that, for his strategy, with Trump's strategy. It's overwhelming, like, the moderators and the fact checkers, because he's saying so many facts, and 90% of them are false. Yeah. So they can't fact check him in time, because he's saying it too much. And then he's distracting Biden. That's the way he could win, if he just kept that up. But the problem is, his popular vote would be so low, that's the issue. The popular vote will not be a positive thing.
He did not win the vote in 2016.
He did win the popular, but Biden won't win either. People just won't vote.
I can see that.
In this case, I'd want people, if you're a listener from the United States and you're over 18, go vote. Go vote for whoever you want to vote for. Trump or Biden,
doesn't
matter.
Apathetic about voting. Like, I don't think they care anymore. I feel like they hate both of them.
I mean,
or they don't feel compelled to vote because neither one of them will spark up.
I mean, as I said last time, it's like picking between a giant douche and a turd sandwich. Neither are good. But which one would you rather have? It's like picking the shiniest of two turds. They're still turds at the end of the day, but one is shinier than the other. That's it. Like, no, I don't mean to offend anyone who's a Trump supporter or a Biden supporter, but I'm just being honest here. As an outsider looking in, it looks like a hot mess, dude.
It is a hot mess.
Yeah. Alright, I don't like this topic anymore. It's pissing me off. Just remembering that steaming pile of dog.
Alright, what do you have to offer? What do you have to bring to this?
Among Us is really fun recently. It's been so fun. And Rocket League as well.
Oh, God.
It's so fun. You haven't played, right?
No, I'm just detached to video games in general now. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of have the same feeling though, as well.
You don't feel like turning on your PS4 anymore. It's just
there's so much schoolwork to do now.
Every time you pick up the controller, you're like, "Why am I doing this? Do I have to play right now? Will I die? Will the sky fall?"
I feel like even when I like Rocket League and I want to play it, I'm like, why am I doing this? I can just go study. And then I don't study.
How will this affect my life? Will this, inflict a positive result?
Yours is a very philosophical thing. Mine is just like, I don't feel like playing anything. That's just it. It's gotten very boring, to be honest.
You're studying more than last year?
Oh, for sure. I've been revising daily. I've been trying to keep up with all the courses. Writing notes that are not necessary, but still would help me.
Even though I, patch myself in video games, I still procrastinate. That still has an,
Well, you need to detach yourself further, then, if you're procrastinating. You need to fix a schedule, if you're gonna...
No, fixing a schedule isn't the hard part. It's sticking to it.
You see, one of my friends, who might be a guest in the future, told me, studying and school is like playing competitive online. To reach number 1, you can't just be, like, reliant on only skill. You'll never reach anywhere. Okay, sure, you'll be in the top 10. But you're never going to be number 1 if you're just relying on skill. You still need to practice.
Yeah.
And to practice in a video game, you have to give effort. And you have to kind of suck the fun out of it and deal with it. Like, I love Overwatch. And I want to be in the higher ranks. I want to be a plat, and I want to be a grandmaster, but I can never do that if I don't practice. And I don't like practicing. But that's the issue.
Yeah.
I need to start making myself like practicing to actually yield better results. That's the hard part. But
it takes several days or even years of devotion to.
I've got it. I mean, I'm like kind of motivating myself with money, but money that I can't get anytime soon. I'm just motivating myself on the salary that I'll get as soon as I finish college. Now that's gonna be an amazing feeling. That I worked this hard to get this much money, and that's great.
It's all about satisfaction, but
it's all about it.
I feel like humans desire more of a quick, fast result.
Yeah, but you can't, like, especially with school, you can't do that. You can't wait till the last second, study a bit, and then expect good results. It's not happening.
I mean, if you have, like, a very good IQ, you can get through high school with excellent grades.
But as I said,
determination that
you
gets
have
you
to...
through
Look, when you have an exam that's worth 60% of your mark, at the end of the year, you have to, pick up the pace. Yeah, it's frustrating, but you have to be able to pick up the pace, or you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're royally screwed. Like, honestly. It's very frustrating. It's a very annoying thing.
That's when you can be kicked out, stranded on the streets, begging for dimes and nickels.
Yeah.
That's just gonna be your reality if you don't pick up the pace.
I mean, likely you won't get kicked out, and, because we have good support systems. Our family are nice to us. But, in a realistic case, some people...
The funny thing is, these systems were all created by humans. These weren't, like, natural
The thing is,
systems.
no. The funny thing is that these systems were implemented back when people went to school for, like, 3 years and then worked as coal miners for the rest of their life. That's the issue. The school system is so beyond backwards that it's dumb to me. Why would you have to go to school till you're 18? Why not make school 2 years shorter? Why not make it 10 years?
Well, then you have to do more school and college.
No, that's not necessary. I feel like the younger students can handle a higher workload. Or they could split them up via skill. If you're a skilled student, they'll put you in a different class than the weaker students, so that you take a bigger course load, but they do the last 2 years of school. You should be able to skip 2 years. Just off the bat. If your student is skilled, like my little brother, he should be able to skip 2 years. He's ready to...
Here's the problem.
He's ready to be in grade 7 or 8.
You can be very, very demotivated 1 year and then be very motivated another year. And
yeah, but why would you have that for 12 years if none of the years count except for the last few?
Well, when do you think people should be eligible to skip 2 years? Like, what grade?
No, they should, in general, they should reshape the system. Where you're not skipping a grade, it's just this stuff is implemented into your workload over time. The stuff that you don't really need.
But
I mean,
the thing with half the things we study, we're not going to use in any way, shape, or form.
In my school, they offer French, and nobody likes it. It annoys me that not a lot of people are fans of French. But then why offer French? Offer it to only the students who want French. Don't force it on them. That includes music and art and PE. Students shouldn't be forced to do that.
Yeah. don't know.
They should have a choice. Like, they should be forced for the first 5 years.
If you make that argument, you can make similar arguments to core classes such as math, science, or
core
even
classes.
English.
Core classes are necessary, but some
They
classes.
are necessary. But if you start stripping away, the necessity to, enforce these.
So you're saying like things that aren't necessary in math itself.
I'm saying some people would find it unnecessary.
Yeah, but okay, you're right. But I said like, why not have them do all these courses at a young age?
Model or something. I don't know.
Why don't they do all these courses at a younger age? And then when they're older and are able to make their own decisions, then they pick what classes they want.
Because the school systems aren't very niche. Like, they have to...
They have to accommodate for everyone.
Yeah. They have to accommodate everybody. They can't just...
But also,
they can't...
I find it odd that because not everyone can handle doing exams, I personally can, but I know some people who can't. It ruins their mark. Like, they could be the best students in the class. But as soon as they step into that exam hall and they try to do an exam, it screws with their brain. They get frustrated and, like, even if they studied.
Yeah, I know.
So why punish them? Like, especially in my school. I'm talking to my principal right now. Why are you punishing the students for doing well all through the year, but then you give them an exam at the end of the term and tell them, hey, that's worth 50%. You mess it up, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate your school because they give you assignments instead of exams nonstop.
Well, we mostly get non-stop of both.
Yeah. IB system.
No. Man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like universities either. Why are you forced to go to university? Why not just specialize in school?
You're not forced. It's just society has built this...
Exactly. You have to go to university if you want to get a good job.
It will never succeed if you don't.
Especially in my country. There's not much where you can, like, build up from. Unless you have connections. And, like, connections, woohoo, cool. But not everyone has those connections. So why screw them over?
Like in the States, you can do a lot with just a high school diploma.
Exactly. But here, there's no options.
You still won't get very far.
Yeah. No, you could get very far with just a high school diploma. It just means that in those 4 years, you'd be, like, after 4 years, when your colleagues come in to the same job, like, let's say you work at a accounting firm or whatever. So you're first working as an assistant, like an intern, and you're getting them coffee and whatever. Then they make you run the numbers. Then they make you file the things, and I don't know how accounting works. And they make you do the numbers and crunch the numbers, and then once your classmates arrive from college, they will be doing the same job that you have reached.
Yeah. That's
so.
True.
There's pretty much no reason to go to college unless you just want options. If you're indecisive, you go to college. But if you're a person who's willing to work, then work at a younger age. What's the point of not?
Yeah.
I mean, it'll suck for the first 4 years, but as soon as you reach your fourth year and you get that paycheck bonus, then you'll finally be feeling better. At least I think that's how it works.
I don't see the point of just living a depressed but rich life. You gotta live your life.
No, okay. I'd rather be upset on my yacht than be upset on the streets, you know?
Well, no, I'm saying you still have to live your life.
True. I mean, life shouldn't be all about money, but the thing is, society makes it all about the money.
Yeah.
If you're not making this much money, I won't marry you. If you're not making this much money, I won't hire you. If you're not making this much money, I'm not gonna be your friend. It's annoying.
Yeah, I'm not associate with you unless you have this this and this.
You see, that's why I like my close friends. Because they don't care what I have or what I do or whatever. They just care for me, personally. That's why we're friends. I mean, you don't care how much I have. I could be dirt poor and you wouldn't care.
No.
And that's why I appreciate you. But thankfully, I'm not dirt poor.
Yeah.
So, like, at least I can enjoy the luxuries in life. Speaking of luxuries. Yeah, I have no segue. I just said speaking of luxuries and expected something to pop into my head. Okay, speaking of luxuries. I'm planning on buying a laptop soon. End of this year. And it costs $1,800. It's so much money.
You're required for your studies.
Huh? It is required.
You're required. Yeah.
Well, it's not required to that level, but I want something that'll last me the next 4 years. What's your opinion on laptops?
As we progress through, I feel like the need for a laptop is decreasing and decreasing. Like,
yeah.
At this rate, why would you need one?
I mean,
like, I feel like tablets are becoming the new laptop. They're far more portable.
Yeah.
They're
more versatile.
Yeah, they're more versatile. They're much easier to use.
Okay.
You can still connect your keyboards or your mouses if you want to.
The problem is that laptops are very, very, very versatile. You can do anything on a laptop. You can go from video editing to gaming in like 2 seconds. On an iPad, you can't really do that because you don't have as many applications in general. You can't just go to the internet and download something. You can't do that.
Like, maybe if you have, like, those yoga laptops, then maybe.
The ones that disconnect?
The ones that you can, like, yeah, those are pretty nice.
I hate those ones. My sister had it for a couple years.
They're very nice to view stuff on. Whether it's, like, notes or videos or anything.
Yeah, she had it for a couple years and it was really good. The problem is it's not durable. Somebody dropped it and and it broke. Somebody dropped it from like a very small height and it broke.
Well, that is variable from person to person. Some have to be more.
Yeah, true.
More cautious of your.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways, I don't know about tablets. It's just, it's not the same when you're using a tablet over a laptop. A laptop is something hefty that you can like rely on. It's like a PC.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a PC than a tablet, for sure. But the problem is, you can't take your PC everywhere. So you get a laptop. But I feel like if you're someone who doesn't need the heavy lifting and they don't use their like laptop for other things other than like typing, typing, and then like very menial tasks. If you're not using it for video editing, I mean, even an iPad can do a video editing.
If you're gonna use like highly intense softwares for like maybe if you're like a computer science student, you need those applications that require like extensive.
I mean, an iPad is cheaper than most high-end laptops, even cheaper than MacBooks. If you get the keyboard and the pencil and everything, it's reliable. For the average consumer, you should get a tablet. Like, if you're studying finance, you don't need a laptop. You need an iPad, just to take notes.
Yeah.
It's lighter overall, and it's just nicer. Like, it's something you can rely on, you know?
Without rapid and fast, the world is changing.
Yeah.
It kind of reflects on, you need something that you can carry along with you.
Yeah, true.
Wherever you go. The next moment you can find yourself in Venezuela, or the next can be all the way to Spain.
Yeah. Yeah. So you need something portable. And laptops are fine.
Interdependent.
Laptops are fine, but iPads are just way more dependent. They're easier to use.
Yeah.
I think we've reached a settlement. How about that? Last time we had one, and this time we have one. We both agreed last time that the PS5 was horse garbage. The Xbox One. The Xbox One X. The Xbox Series X was horse garbage, and the PS5 was better. And this time we agreed that laptops aren't necessary, depending on what you do.
I think this opens door to our next topic.
Sure, go ahead.
And we addressed it last week or 2 weeks ago, but we have a lot more information, and that's about the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So we both, as we said, desired to get an iPhone. I think we actually wanted to get this year's iPhone.
Yep.
But we were both like, it's not the time.
It's not the right time. It's not the right time or place. And I feel like it didn't innovate enough for me to be like, I need that now.
So I think the prices are basically confirmed. So I'll read them out to you. So the iPhone 12 mini, which is the cheapest phone that you can get for this year's lineup, which is going to be $50 cheaper than the iPhone 11 at $649.
Okay.
But there are some drawbacks. First of all, it's a mini. So there's that aspect.
What's the size of the mini?
It's like in between, smaller than the 10R.
Okay.
But it's bigger. I think even might be smaller than the 11 Pro. I think it's between the 11 Pro and the iPhone 5. Even.
Why are they calling it the mini then? It's like the size of an iPhone 6.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not very appealing advertising.
Yeah, true.
No one wants to buy a mini phone.
True. Go ahead. Next.
But $649, which is very expensive for a mini phone. Now it will have 5G. It will have an OLED display. However, it will only the $649 price will only hold 64 gigabytes of internal storage.
Okay.
Which
it's
alright.
It's decent, but my phone, even with 128, I feel like I'm struggling with storage. Not really, but WhatsApp.
I never struggle with storage.
WhatsApp is so demanding.
Yeah.
No, you'll need more than 64. 128 is the minimum now, or 256. Yeah. Just have enough to carry you.
It was like over. Like people didn't 64 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Now it's far surpassed.
Yeah.
But yeah, $649 for that phone. I believe it's going to be $749 or possibly $800 for. I think it's $800 for the 12 for the iPhone 12.
Which is the size of like the XR.
Which actually I have it right here. I can check.
I hope you guys are enjoying the podcast, by the way, while he's doing some research. I mean, I hope you guys like, the usual. Like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm not going to force you to do it, because this is a chill podcast, I'm only going to scream at you in other videos, but not this one.
Okay, so the iPhone 12 mini will have a 5.4 display.
Okay.
Which
is the size of the small iPhone 6.
Oh, that's pretty small.
But it's like full screen, isn't it?
But it is full screen and it is OLED, so that's... Okay. It's not dynamic OLED, it's just Super OLED.
Okay.
Which is inferior to the Samsung displays.
Of course.
The iPhone 12, but I do see the prices. So the iPhone 12 will, at 64 gigabytes, sell for $749.
Okay.
And
iPhone 12.
Sorry, US prices. The iPhone 12 Pro and the Pro Max, which will not be released this month.
So the Pro is the size of what? The other one? The XR? The standard Pro? Or is it going to be the size of like the small one?
The 12 Pro Max.
Because if it's the size of the XR, I'm taking the regular Pro instead of the Pro Max. Or is the Pro Max the size of like the regular big phones?
The 12 Pro Max will have 6.67 inches, which is very small, actually.
That's
for
not
a Pro
small.
Max.
That's the Plus. That's the Plus model.
No, Pro Max.
Yeah.
6.7 inches.
I think that's the size of the Plus model.
No, 12 Pro Max. The 12 Pro will have...
Because my dad's 11 Max, or sorry, XS Max, it's the size of my phone. Which is the 7 Plus, so...
Here?
We're not sure here. You've hit a point in the podcast where we should just crank up.
Oh, here we go. Here, I found. Okay. So, iPhone 12, 5.4 inches. The iPhone 12 will be 6.1 inches.
Okay.
And the iPhone 12 Pro Max will be 6.7 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much is the 12 Pro? Same size as the 12?
Doesn't say, but I assume so.
Okay. Not bad. I mean, if it's the size of the XR and there's not too much of a difference between the 12 and the 12 Max.
So the iPhone 12 will be smaller than the S20 Ultra from Samsung.
Dude, the S20 Ultra is like, it's really long.
The 12 Plus will be the same. Sorry, the S20 Plus will be the same size as the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
Yeah. But that's a Plus model. Well, my 7 Plus is the same size as that. But it just doesn't have as much screen.
The Plus and the iPhone 6 are still big screens. Like, in general, the Pro Max.
Yeah.
The 11 Pro Max had a... the 11 Pro Max had a 6.5 inch display. That's very smart.
Well, the only difference is that they shrunk the notch.
Yeah, that is true.
So that's why it's bigger. So, the point is, how big is the 12 Pro? Or, like, how big is the 12?
The 12 would be,
I swear to God, if it's not 6.1, I'm breaking something.
Okay, 6.1, yeah.
It's 6.1, perfect. So that's the size of the XR.
Yes.
That's not bad. That's honestly not bad. That's a good size.
But it is the cost of it.
Huh?
Which is good. $749 was the cost of the XR back in 2018, I think.
Yeah.
But this time you're getting an OLED display. You're getting, I think you're getting a touch, or what are those, fingerprint scanners that are built into the screen?
Really? They have it? This time?
I think maybe. Maybe not, I don't know.
That'd be so nice. But Apple doesn't innovate, so whoops.
But this is 64 gigabytes. If you want to get the 128, you have to pay $50 more as opposed to 100.
Speaking about Apple innovating, iOS 14 is really nice. I enjoy it a lot. Dude, now you can watch Twitch streams, and you can leave the Twitch app. So you can watch it, like, in the corner of your...
It's much more customizable. I like that.
It's so much nicer. I mean, I feel like that's, like, kind of appealing to your senses. You can customize your phone way more with widgets and widgets.
I still think the Android OS is superior, though.
Sure. I mean, it's up to you. Aren't you buying a phone this November?
Maybe.
On Black Friday?
Maybe in February. Maybe. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. But anyway, the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max will not come in 64 gigabyte models.
Okay.
They only come in 128.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise, the 12, and respectively, the 12 mini and the 12 will not come in 512 gigabyte models.
Yeah.
So the most expensive phone that you can get is $14 or $13.99, which is the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
How much?
512.
512.
512. Half a terabyte.
What?
You know the iPads go up to a terabyte, No.
I can't believe my laptop is just $400 more than that phone. LOL.
Any plans to get this phone?
This one? God, no.
No?
You can't pay me to get it.
Even next year?
No. Because it probably won't drop in price. Or they will stop offering it. That's the problem with Apple. They stop offering the older gen models.
So you're gonna get the iPhone 13? That's gonna be bad luck.
Maybe it's the 12S. You never know.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to touch on?
Not much. I feel like this week has been fairly uneventful, just like last week.
We had a very heated debate today about something that I won't mention if you don't want me to.
No, thank you. Don't mention it. I mean...
Too controversial, I guess.
Yeah. I'd like... Yeah, there's nothing to talk about, honestly. Yeah, I wish we had a special guest. It would lengthen this podcast by quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
we can
about
do it
it.
tomorrow if you have a special guest.
Sure.
Or tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Tonight for me, tomorrow for you. Yeah, we might record another one. So, you know what? Thank you all for watching. It's been great. It's been classy, and I'll see you all later.